So the number one thing I'm being asked is, Jamboo, please, what formation and tactics should I be using? Today, I'm here to help you guys out. Do me a favour, leave a like on the video. Let's try and hit 200. Comment down below any questions you've got. I'm here to help you guys out. Obviously, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I'm doing loads of videos that are aimed at helping you get better results in the game, which is particularly important when we've got the first champs, you know, in what, 10 days or something like that. So hopefully this helps you out. I'll show you what I've been using. I'm by no means at the minute, you know, the best player in the world. I'm still learning the game, but this is what's been working for me. Let's get into it. If you need the cheapest FC25 coins to build your super team, then check out MMOEXP by clicking the link down below and use code JAMBOO for 5% off. So this is the team I'm currently using. You'll have to let me know whether it's as good, better, or worse than what you're using. I feel like it's okay for this point. This Jesus is actually really nice on the Evo. I've got Neymar, who's obviously like my star player. Weak point of the team, I feel like Doku's very limited, but I'm going to show you, you know, the formation and tactics that I'm using at the minute to try and get the best out of this. And try and explain the thought process behind the player roles and things like that I'm using. So let's get into it. Okay, so starting off, obviously I'm still learning all this. It's a bit different to previous years, but at the minute I'm actually going into the game and just staying with what I'm using. So whereas before, you know, on previous FIFAs or FC, you would sort of get into a game and change into something. At least at the minute, I'm not really doing that because it messes up a lot of the player roles and things. So custom preset, we're using the 4-3-3 attack. Now, the formations in general, they're a lot more fluid and flexible this year because of all these new sort of roles that you can do. So I'll explain more about that in a moment. I'm using counter on the build-up style. And that is not to be, you know, all negative and ratty, because that's not what I'm going for. It's just on this counter one, you see how it says about the team transitions quickly from the defense to the attack. You get some really decent runs in behind. You know, whether I end up actually sticking with this or not is something that we're going to find out. But at least for now, it does seem to be working very well. I'm using 60 on the depth as well. I've tried a higher depth, and one thing that you do see, once you go to high, look, it says about not tracking opposition runs. And it's one or two things. They're either literally just not tracking the runs and my opponents are getting in behind all the time, or I'm just bad at defending right now at times. Whichever one it is, you know, I'm going with that 60 depth, and it's just felt a lot better. So that is what I'm currently running with. And I'd recommend giving that a go. In terms of the roles, obviously it's all different now because you've got your without the ball and your with the ball. And you see how it can look really weird with the ball one. But this is what I'm going for. So for my striker, we've had advance forward and then on the attack. If you change the attack to the complete one, they sort of go more like out wide and stuff, and I don't really want that. I'm trying to replicate that stay central getting behind from previous years. So that is what I'm currently going with Jesus. I've got Nico Williams on an inside forward attack. So he's cutting inside and sort of playing as a striker as well. Doku, very limited. You know, I've got to try and get the most, you know, out of what he is good at, which is pace and dribbling. So I'm using him on winger attack. Just trying to get him running in behind, staying out wide, and then looking for those cutbacks. Neymar on a shadow striker is genuinely insane. I feel like this shadow striker could be a really good one to use because they're making overlapping runs. You know, even past Jesus, and he does sit in the hole and links the play, but he's also getting into a lot of scoring positions, and it's working really, really well. I've got Odegaard on Playmaker. Not sure whether that's the best thing, but it's just what I'm using because you see how he has this plus. I feel like if you're playing a player in a position where they do have the plus, they just seem to play a lot better. I don't know exactly what it's doing right now, but it appears to be working. I've got him on attack as well. I then have a deep line playmaker, so this is more of the, I guess, the stay back midfielder. But because it's someone like Pedri, who's good on the ball, good passing, I felt like the deep line playmaker might suit more than the holding, I believe it's called. Yeah, holding. So deep line playmaker. For the fullbacks, there is a lot you can do here. You know, you can turn them into the inverted fullback and all that sort of stuff. For me, at least right now, whilst I'm learning the game, I want that traditional just stay back on the fullback, stay in position. So balanced fullbacks. Well, Llorente's on balanced, and then Bolde is on defend. So when I'm with the ball, that is sort of what it looks like. It's a little bit all over the place. It doesn't really feel like that in game when I'm attacking. But that is what I'm going with. Hopefully this helps you guys out. Any questions at all, please do let me know. One other thing that's worth noting, with the centre backs, I found that anything other than just defend, I don't like at the minute. I don't like the ball playing, any of that. They step up, they go out of position. It's really weird. But that is what I'm using, guys. Hopefully you enjoy it. I will catch you on the next video, which will be either later today or tomorrow. And it's going to be helping you with your gameplay. So subscribe if you're new. I will see you on that video. And peace.